is where we cut open Nollywood, the complex magic-making machine, and bring into your homes the various aspects of the vibrant movie industry. I am Koye Shutadi, and this is Nollywood Uncut. Glad you can join us. A well-crafted story with an A-list cast. The result is a bomb blast movie. We got that clue when we visited the sets of EJ Awele. Come with us to the locations in Lagos.
Scene 4 and 5, row 14, white shorts, take 1, the hugging, soft stick.
Action.
Yeah, you should have gotten it because... Mommy!
Oh my God, I missed you!
Ijoma, what a character. I think she knew longer than she could admit to herself that her daughter was being sexually, what's the word I'm using? Not harassed, it went beyond harassment, violated by her husband. And she was in denial and just didn't want to deal with it, but she was dealing with it in so many other ways. By giving the young lady birth control pills. Why would you be doing that? Unless you knew that there was sexual activity going on. But this is an issue that is so common, not just in Nigeria, but all over the world, that young girls are taken advantage of by people in the family. Could be their fathers, their stepfathers, the security guard, the driver, the cousin, the brother, whatever. And parents need to know. So we need to be having this conversation. We need to be talking about it. We need to talk to our children about it for them to have the assurance of our loyalty and our protection and our love, that they can come to us and tell us what's happening to them. When I was serving as the Director General of the National Center for Women Development, it exposed me to a lot of what young girls were going through within the family and within the society, even in schools where they were taken advantage of. And it now became something that was very important to me as a personal issue, that I produced songs for advocacy, for the protection of young girls. So when this script came and I saw what it was about, I thought, okay, this is a film that I really should do.
Action!
The story comes with several appeals. First of all, I'm married to a really, really beautiful woman who is extremely in love with me. She loves me a lot more than I love her, which is my advantage, really. I mean, come on, imagine being loved more than you loved, you know. So I come with the baggage, you know. I come with a bag full of excesses. So in the relationship, I think my wife is the more stable in the relationship. She earns big. She has a regular job. I'm a contractor, so I come in with sometimes with some work, and I go out and I have my long dry season. But she takes care of everybody. You know, at this point in time, I have a very good friend of mine, and I know that she'll be proud I'm doing this for her. She, in real life, was violated from when she was 5 years old, and she was violated by her father's younger brother. You know, it was a very difficult story to sell to anyone because nobody would want to believe, you know, that you were being violated by your uncle. So your aunts, when they find out, they say, keep it quiet, let's not embarrass the family. And the girl swallows and she keeps taking, you know, and she becomes so traumatized. She's subdued by the trauma. And even now that she's married and she has 2 children of her own, she still goes through those moments where you see that she hasn't truly recovered and come out of it. You know, so I'm happy we're doing this story now. I was saving the best for the last because I didn't mention who was playing my wife. My wife is being played by Onyeka Owenu, and you know she's such a sweet lady, and I think we did very well together. You know, so it was quite interesting. We both told the story the way we should.
Action!
Awele. Ija Awele.
Good morning, Mama.
What is this? What?
You're up early.
Go and change and don't let me see you in that sort of thing again. Therapeutic. Just take a look at yourself.
Sexual harassment and rape and child molestation as social ills that are prevalent in the society now. So I think it needs to be told. I believe film is a very powerful tool. You know, visually you can teach the world how things should be done. Visually you can change a perspective. I feel like an Aisha in the north needs to get educated. And in Kiru in the east needs to know that, okay, if you're being violated, you can speak up. So I thought this film, this narrative is really important in our society now. And I'm really happy I'm playing Awele because I want young girls and even mothers to get 1 or 2 from this film. And it's okay to speak up. It's okay to not hide what you're going through. And it doesn't matter the stigma. Just, you can get help outside. All along, the explanations that I wanted was just in my face. She couldn't stand the man you married. You protected him and fed me with pills.
And I can only tell you the much that I got from her. I don't know everything, and I know this is going to be difficult for you, but this is the truth.
It's been a great experience making this film. It's a film that touches across topics that we don't necessarily pay the attention it deserves to the certain sectors and areas of life, our everyday life. You know, it talks about the children from the orphanages, children who were kicked out of homes, children who never had parents, and this, you know, definitely goes a long way to shaping their livelihoods, you know, across time.
Maybe they are pushed to hospital or something. Don't worry, I need to work on it, sir. Thank you, sir. Maybe they are going to the hospital or something. Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Thank you, Father. Thank you, sir. Just my whole now. I have my whole camera crew everywhere position.
I can't see any camera.
That's the point of it being a prank now. Come on. And I was shooting it for a new TV series.
From the very first moment I was sent the script, I loved my character Uju because it's something different from everything I've ever played. I was looking forward to actually coming on set to, play my character. And then when I read about Awele, at first I was struck because she had a lot of emotional scenes. And things with emotions and acting, trying to, play everything out so that you get the sympathy of your audience. I had to, literally think about who would play the character. And then I met her on set. Amazing. Cast and crew, everybody literally. This production, is a production that I'm looking forward to coming on again because the, relationship and the people I was able to meet here, beautiful.
From my part, I think it has to do with the journey of a lady who had been molested right from when she was small with the father and with the knowledge of her mom. Yeah. And somehow it's part of the things that is happening in our society these days, and we tend to sweep it under the carpet.
Action, man!
Laundry?
Yes. I want to take some to the laundry and give out some of them.
I see.
Yeah, like this one. I'm not sure I'll have anything with this, so I'll just dash it out. Come on, Mama.
Morning.
So are you here to see if I'm dressed like a nun today?
I just came to tell you that food is ready.
Okay.
And I brought you this. I know it's that time of the month for you.
Mommy.
What we tried to do with this movie was explain to the world and to the people in charge of adoption and all these NGOs that there are things to look out for other than just the ability to provide physically. We can also think about how the people live, their belief system, their psychological, well-being.
Chief Idenamba is a very influential politician and the owner of a kidnapping gang group. Of course, this movie has a lot to teach, a lot of lessons to learn, and it is made especially for families, the old, the young, and even the kids, that it has a lot of moral lessons to teach.
You have me, I'm your root, I'm your mother, I'm your family, I'm here for you, and I'm sorry that I did the wrong things and I didn't know what to do and I was confused. I'm so sorry. Oh, well, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I'm here now. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry.
Produced by Vicky Nwogu, the movie has gone into post-production. When we return from a short break, we'll bring you more of Nollywood Uncut. Please stay tuned. Gone, the movie, follows the story of a troubled young man who turns to a boxing mentor for guidance. He soon discovers that his coach is his father, who had abandoned him and his mother decades ago. Gone also stars Adame, Bimbo Manuel, Bimbo Ademoye, Sophia Lakija, amongst others. Come with us to the premiere in Lagos.
Veteran actor Sam Dede, rising Nollywood star Gabriel Afolayan, white-bearded actor Gbenga Titiloye, and other cast and crew of the dramatic thriller Gone join other movie buffs for the premiere screening of the movie directed by Daniel Ademinokan.
Well, a good job is always a good job with film. You know, the most important thing about a film is to do it right. Cast the right actors, you know, don't put sentiments into making your movie. You know, so if you don't cast the right actors, your movie will remain on the script. You know, so what has basically happened is, like you saw, is fantastic casting. You know, so everybody came and put their skills on the table. That's why we have this fantastic job.
The boy has issues, but he also has potential.
This movie follows the story of Ayuchiku, a troubled young man who turns to a boxing mentor for guardians. He soon discovers that his coach is his father, who abandoned him and his mother decades ago. Dede played the absentee father who abandoned his family in search of a greener pasture.
I want my family back. You haven't seen or talked to them.
We find ourselves in a situation where a whole lot of Nigerians build their dreams around other countries. You know, everybody wants to go out in search of greener pastures. They want to, for the young people, they want to blow, as they say, you know, but they tie that dream not within the country. It's out there, you know. This is one story that tells that scenario in some other way. You know, here is somebody who's made it here already, goes there because it's looking for a bigger platform, you know, and it gets into some kind of trouble. Not everybody who leaves Nigeria for, you know, Europe or America succeeds out there, you know, and in this particular case, you know, things went wrong, and the guy was gone, and now he's back.
If this man is my father...
He's not fit to be called anyone's father.
No, go. En el taquilla ya, en la mochila y todo eso. ¿Qué es lo que vamos a hacer?
Gone dates back to my childhood. Growing up in Festac, I grew up in Festac. So in the 70s, I saw a lot of that happening. 70s, 80s, I saw a lot of dads moving out of Festac, leaving their children back, you know, at home, and then trying to get that greener pastures abroad. It happened a lot in the 70s and the 80s, and if you live in Festac, you know exactly what I'm saying. So a lot of people grew up not having the father figure around, and you know, growing up, that also inspired, you know, my writing and trying to put the concept together and the storyline for Gone.
Afolayan embodies his intense character with so much dexterity.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of roles that stretch, you know, that stretches, you know, actor, you know, that make you do what you're supposed to do. And I think this is one of such projects, and I'm glad I was able to submit myself, you know, to the process without judging the character or anything, and just went through it. And I think I'm a bit sportish myself, so like I said, I don't really like things that keeps me chilled. Sometimes when I need to do things that are quite energetic, and I think, like I said, this is one of such projects. So I went through the normal thing that I had to do, you know, work on my body, my mental state, and not think of anything and just go for what the real thing is. So it was tedious, I won't lie to you, but at the end of the day, it worked.
Gone also features Stella Damascus, Bimbo Manuel, Adame, Bimbo Ademoye, and many others.
We now run news from the box office, which tells us the highest grossing films from the cinema. A quick reminder that the popularity of a film doesn't determine the quality of the flick. Good films are determined by so many criteria, which include screenplay, cinematography, sound, production design, and many other looks at them.
And it's another showdown on the top 10 Nollywood movies on the box office. Thanks for plugging in. The Real Us starts this week's lineup starring Alex Akubo, Yvonne Jegede, and a host of others. It debuts on the charts.
You gave him 50K for our private classes.
How sure are you about this deal?
The Charles Uwagbai directed movie Charlie Charlie drops one place to number 9 this week. It's a movie that exposes human trafficking, drug peddling, and other social vices. At number 8 is Forever Mine, featuring the likes of Femi Adebayo, Kemi Afolabi, and Olani Afonja. It's in its second week. It's all about games, relationships, and more in the movie Hustle. It's produced by Mark Adegbesi and Amaomi Oluloyo. It's at number 7.
I am living the so-called Nigerian dream.
In 6th place is new movie Zainabu Abu. It's grossing over ₦1 million.
My sister, I'm never going to have the chance again.
My Village People drops to number 5 this week. The prince who finds himself in a weird love triangle with the marine world is in its 7th week on the top 10. It's directed by Nia Kimolaya.
And darkness functions more at night. My sister, the poet, you are too scared. I'm not scared of witches.
At number 4 is newcomer Pillars of Africa. With a long list of Nollywood veterans on the cast list, you're in for this gritty war tale set in the fictional Zambi Republic.
Taken far away to in 25 years.
And now to our top 3. Gone is up 2 places in its 2nd week on the charts. It's grossing almost ₦2 million.
He's not fit to be called anyone.
His music.
Angela moved up a place to number 2, a film that tells the story of Nigerian musician who used Apala music to address issues of contemporary society.
There is a more important assignment for you.
And to our number 1 movie of the week, Dwindle, the comedy film directed by Kaide Kasum and Dare Olaita. It's a story based on 2 friends who hijack a car and their lives take a drastic turn. Thanks for checking out our list today. We're back again next time. Do stay safe, everyone.
If you miss anything in the box office charts, it's available online. And you can always chat with us at this address. And that's it for this show. It's a wrap. Until next time, I am Koyi Shotadi asking you to aim high, shoot for the moon. If you miss, you'll probably end up with a star.